Salam alaikum and a very good evening to all of you. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. My name is Suliana and welcome to this evening session of Up Close and Personal with our dear COE, Ms. Chan Bao Yan. First of all, how are you all doing this evening? How are you feeling this evening? Please feel free to interact with your cyber claps and roses during this whole session with Bao Yan, okay? Also, I do hope that all of you can open your video so that our speaker for this evening doesn't feel so alone, to see all the blank videos, yeah? And can see all of us. So really, this evening, we are so very fortunate that despite it being very late in terms of Melbourne time, Bao Yan is willing to spend the time to be with us. So a little bit of intro about Bao Yan. She was formerly a wealth planning specialist with a private bank earning very good income. But, having two small children, she found the hours that as a banker very, very challenging, yeah, and decided to explore alternatives, which got her into the Nu Skin business. But this was really tough for her because Alan, her husband, was strongly against it. Can you imagine that? And then, not only that, her own family felt that direct selling is certainly not a legitimate business, okay? So let us hear from Bao Yan how, despite these challenges that she experienced, she actually was able to really have some personal transformations because of the products and business. She is someone who strongly believes that achieving your goals in this business is grounded in two factors: having the desire to succeed and having a positive attitude towards learning and change. So, are we all ready to hear and to learn from our beloved mentor, her secret to success in leading a team of professionals and growing a global Nu Skin business? With that, let's welcome COE1, Ms. Chan Bao Yan.
Hello, hi everyone. I think first of all, I have to thank Datin Suliana for the wonderful introduction. So I believe that tonight I have seen some of you guys and some new faces. Of course, I saw some familiar faces and some new faces as well. So I think as usual, I'm very happy, very honored to be here tonight. Yeah, indeed, currently it's already 10:30 in Melbourne. So, but I think I also appreciate everyone for taking their time, even though now it's like, what time is it now? 8:30. But I think I'm very grateful that, everyone take up their precious time, to join this session. So I believe that definitely inside your heart, you're looking to do something for yourself or to your family. So tonight, I'm just going to share a little bit of my journey over here so that I can actually share some of my personal experience and what did I really gain over in this business so that you can actually look forward to see your own future through this platform itself. All right. So I think first of all, I would like to talk a little bit more about this word called togetherness. Personally, I love to be part of the team because I always feel that, when we come together, we can actually achieve more. Yeah, achieve something bigger than ourselves. Yeah. So, and I always believe that people who are like-minded, they come together, we can actually create miracles. We can actually help more people out there as well. So a little bit more about my story. Yep. And for your information, I'm also a Malaysian. I grew up in this small town called Kuantan. I think now the town upgraded, become a city already. A city, right? Is it? I think it's upgraded to the city anyway. So I grew up in Kuantan. So I actually stayed there and studied there until college, until after secondary school. I actually went to KL to further study. So I'm actually I did my so-called pre-U in Taylor's College. Yeah, I think now called Taylor's University, is it? Upgraded also, right? So that time was a Taylor's College. So in case I have any like, senior over here, I studied there. And after that, I actually came to Singapore. So I'm actually born in this family and have 4 siblings, including me. There were 5 of us. My mom is a housewife and my dad is actually in traditional business. So I have seen the up and down, in my dad traditional business. And in fact, the time when I want to further study to Australia, and my dream didn't come true, in 1997, 1998, is because of the financial crisis. So honestly speaking, at that point in time, I have a wake-up call. I suddenly realized that actually money is very important. Yeah, because all this while I thought that my dad can provide, but until, when I'm about to fulfill my dream, to go Australia, to Melbourne to study, so the dream didn't come true. But the good thing is I actually went to Singapore to further my study. So I was an engineering graduate. Any engineers here? Any engineering graduate here? No one, huh? Oh yeah, I'm the odd one. Okay, anyway. So I was an engineering graduate. I did my honor degree in NUS, National University of Singapore. So naturally, after 4 years in engineering, right, I became an engineer. So I was in engineering with Hewlett Packard HP, as a test engineer for about 3 years. I was actually in the so-called manufacturing department, whereby Singapore is actually a hub. And I got to opportunity to travel to US, to the regional factory like in JB, in Thailand, in Shanghai. So at that point in time, honestly speaking, engineering is a professional job. But after 3 years, I decided to move on, to something else, was because I realized that the income is pretty stagnant. Of course, the starting pay is good. Then after that, under the influence of my elder sister, Baoling, so she told me that banking and finance industry is better. So I decided, to go into banking and finance industry. I actually joined the first bank I was working with was Citibank, the city that never sleep, So I joined Citibank as a business development manager. So then after that, I was there for about 2 years and I decided to move on again because I saw there's something bigger called private banking. So I said, okay, private banking seems like a better one, bigger one, and in banking industry, people always tell me that every 2 years you have to job hop. So after 2 years in Citibank, I decided to move on. I jumped into private banking. I was actually with a UBS private bank. So of course, UBS recently took over Credit Suisse, right? And I was there for about 5 years and settled down, have my kids, So these are my 2 lovely boys. So at the point in time, and I was in banking. And definitely work hard is very normal. It's very common in banking. I believe that in Malaysia as well, right? People work hard, to exchange for a better life, to have a better income. So likewise for me, so I feel that working hard in banking is very normal. But until I have my son, right? Honestly speaking, I struggle big time. Why is it so? Because I got no helper. My parents are not there. My in-laws are not there. So literally only me and my husband have to look after the 2 little kids. And I'm very productive. I have 2 babies, 1 year after another. So suddenly, I become like so hand tight, my work, my whole family. Then it triggered me to start looking out for something else. Yeah, and at the same time, financial crisis hit again. And this time around, the financial crisis actually woke me up, because I saw major retrenchment in UBS. Then I start to realize that there's no job security. Yeah, and when the market is down, everyone have a probability, to lose their job. And I ask myself, if I lose my job, what is next for me? Because entire industry is not doing well. So again, it took me a while, to start looking for opportunity. And in fact, I spent about 2 years to look for opportunity to do something else. Then I tried to be a part-time property agent. I tried to do online business. Anyone like me, always looking for opportunity, try different things. Huh? Nita. So I was like that, looking out, doing something. I don't like trying things because I'm quite open-minded, honestly speaking. That's why I do career switch, I'm open-minded. So when you tell me something is good, I don't mind taking a look and see what is in there for me. And can I really do well over here? So I charged upon new skin, right, from my friend, my colleague. My colleague is Phyllis, currently my upline. And the amazing thing is, right, she's the one that introduced me to the private banking job. And she's actually Alan's Ellen's friend. So I got into private banking because of her. So when she told me about this business opportunity, right, without hesitation, I'm willing to take a look at it. Yeah. Then thereafter, I always believe that all the women should be financially independent at that point in time. And I also believe that there are platform out there can give me best of both worlds. So therefore, I decided to start on my journey. So honestly speaking, we have to really thank the people who willing to introduce us the business opportunity, right? Otherwise, right, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I mean, some of you guys wouldn't be here as well. Of course, at that point in time, these two things actually woke me up. It mentioned that, if you continue to work at doing your current job, would you be able to achieve the financial freedom? Would you be able to spend more time with your family? I know the answer is definitely no. That's why the only thing I can do is actually change a career path, change a platform. But I told myself I do not want to keep jumping, looking for different things to do again. I want to, settle down in one thing, right, and do it well so that it can take care of the rest of my life, or in fact, my future generation as well. So as a start, personally, I feel, fighting your big why is very, very important. Yeah, I believe that many of you guys are pretty new, maybe because you came through a good product, you personally transformed well, it benefited you. So that's why, you are looking into this business opportunity. So honestly speaking, at the point in time I started, it's very simple. I just want to have more time for my kids. I just want to build up my financial security, so that I don't have to worry about, I have job or don't have a job. So that was a very simple why I get started. Of course, along the years, right, then I realized that, and honestly speaking, sometimes we wanted to do something, but we are taking a time. The people around us, right, especially our children, the speed of them growing up is relatively scary. Can you imagine when I started doing the business, the older one is only 2 years old, and currently, right, he's really taller than me and taller than my husband. I started, doing Nu Skin is because of all my children, but along the way, I also realized that the speed of our parents aging also very scary. When we are very busy with our day-to-day job, the younger one, they have been growing up, and the older one, right, they've been getting older and older. So I from my wife, from my children, right, slowly it shifted, to for my parents. I want to spend more time with them. Financially, they are really okay. But it's just that sometimes we do not have time for them. Yeah, because we are very busy with our day-to-day things, How nice if we are able to spend more time with them, bring them travel around the world while they are still able to. So, and you can see that, right? The why even for myself, right, is changed along the way. I started off for my children, for more time with them, more time for myself. And slowly, my why is towards my parents. And honestly speaking, if you were to ask me now, right, some people, they sometimes down like ask me that, wow, it's already 10:30, in Melbourne time. Why are you still willing to do session, do some ABC session alignment with the team itself, right? Because sometimes, right, when the longer you do in the business, work in this platform itself, right, honestly speaking, your why started changing. And your why, right, started from your small family. Just like myself, I started off with my children. Then after that, I realized that, right, it is spin off from a nuclear family to the bigger family, the extended family, my parents, my siblings. And then slowly, right, the why actually expanded to even bigger, to people around me. Yeah. Because, right, significant success is about us. But when we're talking about significance, right, it's really making a difference to others people's life, especially people around us. Yeah, others people's life. So that's why sometimes you look at the leaders over here. So you also wonder why they are like so-called working so hard, But honestly speaking, we don't see it as a job, because we find passion in doing what we like to do, because we know somehow, someday, someone, will get impacted by us because of this platform, because of us, we make a difference to others people. So this is really, really meaningful, for me, especially. I find joy in doing this because I truly see a lot of people transform along the way itself. I started the journey in Singapore, in a very small country, but of course it's a very prosperous country, right? So I started off my business in Singapore, and I started off with people around me in the banking industry, my colleague, my ex-colleague, my friend in Singapore. And after 1 or 2 years, right, I actually started to expand the business overseas. Of course, the first country that I venture into definitely is Malaysia because, Malaysia is our hometown. I still have a lot of friends, and my friends, I have relative back in Malaysia. So we started going back to Malaysia to build this market, especially together with my sister Baoling. And because very simple, we saw the potential in Malaysia market, especially in the Malay market. Some of the earlier builders like, Julie, Ida, Nita, even like Maslina, very early stage, right? It's just a very, very based on what we saw in this country itself, the potential of this emerging market. The population size is big, and definitely, right, there are a lot of people in this community, they need our help. They need our product. So many years back, right, even though there are not many, not many so-called Malay builders building the business, but very simple by this vision that we have, we started off. And currently at the system level, you listen to some of the the classes, the Malay, the Bahasa, the BM classes, right? Honestly speaking, right, the session itself is initiated by us. Some of the leaders, you still remember, right? That time we have a physical classes, I still remember, some of the leader, like Julie, even Ida, Nita, they are really funny. Why I say that? Because he said we are going to do a Malay class. They say, Alamak, we cannot speak Malay fluently. I said, how can you don't speak Malay fluently? Who else can speak Malay fluently? They really struggle, But that was a very simple vision that we have in this market itself. So with the leap of faith, we started, we just started like a bulldozer. We say we want to do Bahasa, the Malay classes, we just started. And after so many years, can you imagine, and all the leaders, right, persisted, and currently we saw more and more Malay leaders, even sideline leaders, they are leveraging on the classes, they are also growing. So every time, and when I look back, how we started the journey itself, right, it's simply because of a vision that we have, and also by this kind of leap of faith. And those years when we started, they came for the classes, right? Most of the classes are all in Chinese, and automatically they plug in the translators. So remember we had the translation kit, now it's on Zoom, now, I know sometimes you guys go to the Publica, the center itself, right? You find so weird, it's like, oh, like so out of place, like all in Chinese classes. But honestly speaking, things already improved a lot, but really have to give a big round of applause, right, to all the pioneering leaders, right? That persisted because of a simple vision in this market itself, right? The growth potential in this market. And also there are a lot of people that we need to help. Yeah. So at the start, based on a simple vision, but then again, right, if you come across when you start to talk to a lot of people out there, right, then you realize that a lot of people are very skeptical. Especially, can you imagine, I started about 12 years ago. Now I think things are a lot better because there are a lot of side gig that people are doing, people are building business along the side. So nowadays people are more and more open. Yeah, open about network marketing. So those years when I just started, right, honestly speaking, I have a lot of challenges, when I talk to people, especially we are coming from professional background. They must be thinking that, are you guys crazy? You are in banking, maybe you are in, you are accountant, you are lawyer, you are doctor, then they were thinking like, why do you embark on this network marketing industry? So like I mentioned, I'm a very open-minded, but they again, right, nobody ever talked to me about network marketing. And I'm someone that have never used a single Amway product. I've never used Herbalife product. I don't know why nobody talked to me. I know like Ida, Nita, and Datin Suliana, they are all the MLM junkie. I don't know how many company, they join, don't know how many MLM product that they use. I never. So I started to wonder, maybe I don't know a lot of people, maybe they don't think that I'm potential in doing that, So, or nobody share with me. So I never use a single Amway product. But anyway, if today someone share with you, right, that means, right, they feel that, you have potential to work together. But for me, last time, definitely no one can talk to me. So that's why when I started the journey, right, I start to realize that how come so many people are so skeptical? I don't know whether you are like me. When you start to talk to your friend, you realize that the whole world against you, like that. Your spouse against you doing network marketing, your parents, your siblings, your friend, like the whole world thinking that are you mad? Why are you doing that? But honestly speaking, that point in time, because the more I hear people have negative feedback about this industry, but what I saw is very different. I saw all my uplines, my 4-level upline, right? All of them graduated from National University of Singapore. So I realized that, if I am mad, can't be 4 of them, right? Also graduate from NUS are mad as well doing the business. So what I saw in this business itself, the people that I get to know, right? They are all professionals and they do it professionally. So when I talk to people, they are skeptical, based on their past experience. Of course, I do not know what kind of people they deal with or what kind of environment were they in the past, right? But to me, I feel that, I have the mission, very simple mission. I just want to professionalize the industry. Honestly speaking, how a person look at this industry, right, is all from us. So for that point in time, I told myself that I want to have working professionals. I want to have people who are even better than me in my organization. Yeah, just by this kind of simple faith and belief, right? So we started off, believing that, the more working professional, they should join our team. Yeah, because we are here to make a difference to people. We are here to raise the bar of the professionalism. So that's why, right, what makes us different from others people, right, is definitely how we do the business, our integrity in running the business itself. Because your professionalism, right, will make you stand out from the crowd itself. So when people talk about network marketing, honestly speaking, I hold on to my very firm belief system that, we are here to shape the industry. We are here to transform the industry. We are here to professionalize the industry itself. Yeah. So that's how we get started as a beginning to do the business. But of course, right, this mission, we hold on to a very, very strong mission as well. We just want to help more people out there. We are here to really transform life. Yeah. And this one, actually very aligned with the company mission. So our company mission, right, is to be global force for good by empowering people to improve life with innovative product, rewarding opportunity, and enriching and uplifting, enriching culture. Yeah, because as a start, when the first time when I listened to this mission statement, I find that this mission statement is very strong. So honestly, it's very strong. And as a start, I'm here, just want to earn some part-time income. And eventually, I just want to have an income replacement so that I can quit my job. But slowly, the longer I'm in the business, right, I truly saw, I saw many people's life, right, are really being transformed because of their product, because of the business opportunity, and because of the uplifting culture itself. I believe many of us, right, after we come into this business itself, right, maybe we come through because of a set of the product, we gain back our health, and then we start to see some commission and things like that, right? But there again, right, the uplifting culture, don't you realize that we are a group of people who are very positive? And some people tell me that I cannot tahan my upline, why? My upline is too positive. Every time we have challenges, they will say, it's okay, just do it, come on, just do it again. That kind of positivity, right? Honestly speaking, right? No way you can find. So that's why along the years, right, why we are able to attract more and more people coming to this environment is because people love the positive environment over here as well. On top of a good product, the business opportunity, and the group of people that we, do it together is very, very, in a very, very positive mode and always very uplifting. But of course, another big mission that we have is actually alongside with the product itself, right, is really to transform people's health. Yeah, I believe many of us, our health are being, our health being transformed because of the wonder of the product. And some of you guys actually started from product many years. I think like Eileen and also Rose started from product a few years back. They are all the product lover. Yeah, they are all the product lover. They benefited from the product, but honestly speaking, there are so many people out there, right, that need our product. Every time I look at Malaysia, right, so long the Mamak is there, the Ramly Burger is there, the KFC is there. I think everyone needs the product. And nowadays, the statistics show that almost like 40 to 50% Malaysian, right, are overweight. This can be a very, very serious problem, Yeah. It's not just serious within a family. As a nation, right, it can cause a lot of issue because of the medical bills that the government have to support as well. So when I saw that this amazing product, right, can really give people better health, not solving an individual problem, right? If you look at the bigger picture, it can actually solve a nation problem. Yeah. Can you imagine throughout the journey itself, right? How many kgs have we helped other people to shave off? you go and count lah. Can be quite scary, you know. If one person through your hand lose 10 kg, you have 10%, right? How many kg? 100 kg. So this kind of skill that we are talking about, right? It's not just, you know, one person can do it, but it can be a movement as a team, right? We can go out to really help more fellow Malaysians to gain back their health, especially among the Malay community. I always listen, you know, there are a lot of diabetic issues, hormone imbalance issues and things like that, especially people from where? Kota Kelantan, right? Wow, they take sugar, you know, I think that's in Suliana, no, Kelantan people, you know, is like 30 over years old, easily there could be a diabetic patient. So if they don't do anything about it, their condition will definitely deteriorate only when they do something about it. But what can they do, you know, in order to really speed up, you know, their result? It's definitely through our set of TR90. So that's why we see this product is not just a product, you know, that can make commission, make money and things like that, but it's a product that can truly transform life. And in fact, TR90 has been in Malaysia, I think since about 10 years ago, 2019. Yeah, 10 years ago, it was launched. And can you imagine in Malaysia itself, 6 years, they are #1 brand. So even though a lot of people tell me that, you know, outside they are Shakely, they are Herbalife and things like that, you know, they could have a longer history, you know, than our TR90. But why TR90 is actually #1 brand in Malaysia, especially in Malaysia, so competitive. You know, even in Singapore, you know, TR90 is 5 years #1 brand in TR90 in Singapore itself. And in Indonesia, 70% of the New Skin Indonesia revenue, right, all came from TR90 itself. So that's why you see this is a huge market, you know, huge market. People who want to maintain their weight, they can take our TR90 as well, because maintaining weight also not easy. You come to think about it, if you are 20 years old, you are 50 kg, you want to continue to maintain your 50 kg until 60 years old. It takes a lot of effort to do that. You know, definitely our product, this group of people can take as well, because you want to maintain weight, you also need to put in effort. Yeah, because our metabolism drop along the year itself, even though you eat the same food from 20 years old to 60 years old. Yeah, another group of people who are overweight one, very obvious, you know, 1 in 2, they need our product. And also medical condition, people with high blood, high cholesterol, fatty liver. So people who are skinny one, you know, they need our product. Overweight one need our product. You know, people who want to build muscle, they need our product as well. So when I look at that, right, honestly speaking, right, this is a never ending, you know, business whereby we can actually reach out and help more people. But again, right, I love this statement a lot. Commission, right, equals to the commitment to a mission. You know, without helping more people, you know, we are not able to so-called scale your income, you know, or build your financial freedom and things like that. So commitment to the mission to help more people is a fundamental of our business. This is very, very important. And in fact, you know, when your mission is bigger than your ability, you can actually change the world. Especially you are not in this journey alone. We have a wonderful team here that can actually help you and guide you, right? Every one of us, right? You know, to reach out to talk to more people. But the question is, right, you know, what is your mission? What is your mission in New Skin itself? Yeah, this will actually, you know, bring you far in this journey. Yeah, bring you far. That's why sometimes, right, you know, when we're just chasing for income, for a commission, right, you know, we tend to give up easily. But if you are looking about a bigger picture, you know, bringing us to another level, it's about mission, it's about significant that we can help people, right? The journey itself, it becomes very, very meaningful, especially you are not alone in this journey itself. Yeah. So basically, okay. So you see, right, you know, in this journey itself, it's very important that, you know, the real value of success, right, is the ability to improve other people's life. You know, in terms of health, in terms of wealth as well. Yeah, because our business itself can give people good health and also can improve quality of life of people. Nowadays, I saw many people, you know, they do multiple jobs. Especially in Malaysia, it's very common. So a lot of people, they have their full-time job. On top of that, they could be doing insurance, doing online business and things like that. Because everyone, you know, is struggling with the high inflation cost, depreciating ringgit, you know, the politics, the economy, everything, right? You know, we definitely can help more people out there. You know, not just about the product itself, you know, whereby 1 hour or 2, they need the product. And in fact, business opportunities, I would say majority of the fellow Malaysian, they need the business opportunity. Even in Australia, I start to see a lot of people doing part-time job as well because of rising cost of living. So can you imagine, right, as our age, right, we have been maybe earning income for the past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, right? Some of people, they really struggle. And how about our future generation? Everyone know that future generation is getting tougher and tougher. Yeah, very tough. In Singapore, also very tough. A lot of youngsters, 30 years old, they couldn't afford a house. So I think Malaysia may be still okay because the land is big, at most you stay further and further and further. You travel, a few hours to get to workplace. But in Singapore, a lot of younger people, honestly speaking, they cannot afford any houses. So you see, in this business itself, right, we can help a lot of people. In the past, when I was in banking, if people come to me, they are looking for a job, right? If they don't have banking experience, right, there's no way I can help them. But if let's say, but over here, when people tell me that, they have some health concern, yeah, they have this concern, that concern, right? We have solution for them. And also when they need to earn more money, they need some to speed up their earning for children education, for their retirement. We actually have something we can offer to them. So this is really wonderful thing about our business. So I just share a little bit of one of the life transforming story. I think some of you guys have seen these 3 amazing sisters before. I call them the Lao sisters, okay? So the Do-Re-Mi, 3 of them. So they are all in the business. So I get to know them is from my childhood friend. Then my childhood friend introduced another friend, then another friend. Then this friend, the brother is actually Biqi husband with De Wei. Okay, then De Wei introduced the wife, Biqi. Biqi is actually the one on the most left with the handbag, long handbag, beige color handbag in the black dress, okay? So Biqi actually came on board and then introduced her sister, Sanis, the one in red. And then they introduced another one is actually in the beige jacket, the Jiali, okay? So this is a photo they have taken this year, I think, during rain session. Rain actually our system founder. So I want to share a little bit story about these 3 amazing sisters. How I saw them transform to the platform itself. So I got to know 3 of them back in Singapore. So, and especially I want to talk a little bit about Biqi, okay? Because Biqi really have a very, very big transformation. From a person like herself, you can see her product transformation. From she looked like, on the left side, and then now she look like that. And lately, some of you guys attended the LTS, right? She's one of the superstar on stage doing catwalk. She's someone that is very, very quiet, very, very, I would say, is it timid? Maybe don't know whether timid or not timid. But I think the husband pamper her a lot. Yeah, pamper her a lot in the sense, right? The husband in Singapore, both of them are working in Singapore. And when the husband not around to tapao dinner for her, yeah, let's say the husband not in time, come back from Johor after work and things like that, right? He will ask some friend, right, to tapao dinner for the wife, because the wife don't go out and buy her own dinner, waiting for her husband to feed that kind. And she's working hard, she's working professional. I also wonder, you're not a housewife, right? So yeah, manja. It's not manja. I don't know, I don't know how to describe that. Maybe the husband overly protective. I don't know. Then this lady is forever waiting. Husband not around, someone have to come and feed her lah. So the husband will ask the friend to tapao dinner for her. So she's someone like that. Can you imagine? I think all of we are better than her, right? Anyone always expect the husband to tapao dinner, right? Husband not around, no need to eat already. Steam down. So she was like that. I was like, where on earth got this kind of people, right? But she's like that. So she has a driver license, but she never really drive. Always the husband chauffeur here and there. So she's really, really very timid, But inside her, she wanted a change. She wanted her a change. So initial years, she do the business. She also rely on the husband a lot, because the husband is a managerial level, so can talk, So she always hide behind. She's a lady that hide behind. But she wanted a change. Then there was one incident. One fine day, the husband woke up with a very, very heavy head, spinning, dizzy. And apparently, the husband has suddenly have vertigo. very, very bad vertigo, until the ambulance have to come and pick him up to go to hospital, you know, stay in hospital for a few days to get rid of the vertigo. Honestly speaking, that moment in time, they already started the journey itself in Nu Skin, but she woke up. Suddenly she woke up, you know. She started to realize that what if something happened to my husband? You know, that's it. So she started to be independent, but it's also because of environment, right? She slowly grow and change herself. You know, of course, this is her product testimonial, how she transformed herself. Nowadays, you can see her social media, she looks so confident, right? So different. If I don't tell you the story about her, right, you think that she's naturally like she's not. So this is some of the picture that she shared on her own IG. You know, when she started the journey itself, you know, she's really very ordinary. But you can see now she really transformed, and in fact she's also one of the new one of the executive brand director in the business itself. And you look at her sister like Jia Li in the past, right, is also someone very timid. Well, I don't know lah, they are all very timid one, all of them very timid, you know, but inside them they actually have a big dream, you know. But it's because of they come to this environment, they change and transform, right? And in fact, before pandemic, you know, the three sisters used to be in Singapore. And before pandemic, right, you know, they luckily, because of Nu Skin business itself, that year itself in 2020 December, 2020 January, they started their new life back in KL because they decided to go back to Malaysia to spend more time with the parents. And because of Nu Skin business opportunity allowed them to go back, and they continue to earn Sing dollar. So and in fact, that point in time in 2020, when they went back to KL and suddenly lockdown, MCO happened, right, in March, you know, then after that, you know, they have been staying in KL, you know, all the while because of the COVID. Can you imagine if they continue, the three sisters continue to stay in Singapore, major lockdown for 2-3 years, what happened to the parents back in Kedah? So sometimes you know, we saw that Nu Skin, we thought that it's just a business that can make money, but it's actually truly life transforming for a lot of families out there. Yeah, and even Sandy's, the sister, just now the one in red color t-shirt, she used to be in Singapore for work, but the husband and the daughter are all back in KL. She travel every weekend, she'll go back, you know, every 2 weeks, I think, she'll go back to see the daughter. So after give birth to the daughter, right, the daughter has been staying in KL without her. Only weekend she go back. So she's a weekend mom only. But because of the pandemic, right, you know, she went back. And nowadays, right, you know, the daughter, you know, just cannot live without her, you know, ever since she moved back and spent a lot of time with her. And before that, right, she always feel that the daughter is okay, not spending much time with the daughter is okay, life just move on. But pandemic itself, right, actually, you know, united the whole family itself. So that's why pandemic time, because of Nu Skin, right, you know, they all moved back, they united the whole family, they have more family time all together. Yeah, on top of that, their business currently is also expanding. You know, their profile, they have people from US, there are people in Australia, there are some people in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore as well. So you can see a person like her, you know, the three sisters, yeah, especially they are quite timid. And today, right, you know, they are a shining star in this platform itself. So to me personally, I feel, you know, this is just one of the story that I want to share. But personally, I feel, right, you know, the greatest things in our journey, in our life, right, you know, it's just not just about the success, how much money you have in the bank account. It's truly, right, how many lives that you touch because of you, they become better. Yeah, because of the product, they become healthier, you know, they become more confident. Yeah, and because of you, their quality of life, their confidence level is totally changed. Honestly speaking, this is really priceless. Sometimes money also cannot buy. So that's why nowadays I saw that, you know, in the team itself, especially you guys are reaching out to the doctor to talk to more doctor out there, right? Because it's a very good channel to really reach out to a lot of patients, people that really need help, you know. So and also, right, you know, when we want to do something together, I think the environment is very, very important. Yeah, because in doing alone, right, especially our business, right, is so-called against the norm. You know, it's not something that normal, you know, that outside people are doing, right? Outside people, most of the time, what they do, they are looking for a job. You know, they stay in corporate world, they want to climb the corporate ladder. That's about it. That's a norm. Majority of people go down that path. But because you want to go into the unconventional way, right? You know, we need to have an environment. The environment is the one that keeps us moving, keeps us going, yeah, on top of the mission that we have. Because it's very hard to do something by yourself, alone itself. Coming back to the right environment, right, is very important. And the good thing is we are in this family called the Success Together. And this Success Together, we have a proven method how to do it. And in fact, right, in this secret garden itself, right, we handhold one another because we rise, right, by lifting others people up. So in this environment, that's why we always encourage everyone to come back to the system, is because the system has a proven way to do it. And also, right, when we want to do something big, we need environment. We need a kind of togetherness. So that's why today, right, you know, doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter. You could be very new in this business itself. You could be someone that just started on the product. But most importantly, right, the key to success, right, is to start before you are ready. Yeah, this is very, very important. Otherwise, we always think that, you know, I must be, you know, this good, that good, that before I get started. Actually, no, just get yourself moving and grow as a team. Always stick together with your upline, you know, because we are here to create a movement because of a big mission that we have. And together, we can definitely change the world. So I hope that, you know, all of us, we can create more miracles in the Malay community, you know, reach out to more people, transform more health. And in fact, next week, you have some big event that's coming. You have got a kind of exhibition. So I think that will be another good event, right? For every one of us to reach out to more people, massive invitation. Let them know who we are. Let them know how we can help them. Yeah, and let them know how we can actually, honestly speaking, make a difference to the community, to the people out there. So lastly, I will be seeing everyone, right? I hope at the ST23, we have a big convention. So next month, I will actually flying back to this event because honestly speaking, this is an event that you shouldn't miss. And in fact, right, bring more people, because bring more people to us, to our environment, right? You know, because they need to know us as well. They need to know us, who we are. You know, what are the people that you are working with? You know, this will be a chance, right, to really showcase who are the people in ST, who are we. All right, that's all for my tonight session. So I think I pass back to our beautiful MC, Datin Suliana.
Thank you so much, Bayan, for sincerely sharing what you have gone through to get where you are today. You know, really well done for making it so easy, you know, for us to understand what we should do if we too want to achieve a new skin, because you certainly inspire us all in how you have been able to lead such an amazing team, you know, not only in Singapore, Malaysia, but you also have teams in Indonesia, and now you're really growing the Pacific region as well. You know, I really love what you say, that if you have a mission, the journey becomes very meaningful. So everyone here, have you thought about what's your mission? Okay, I totally agree that the real value of success is the ability to improve others' lives. And certainly, yeah, Baoyan has certainly done that. So once again, thank you so much, Baoyan, for being with us tonight. So what are we waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? Let's follow in Baoyan's footsteps. But as we always advise, do align with your working uplines. Please talk to the person who invited you to this session this evening to help you work towards your goals. Please also join us for our Jumpstart session at 9:30 tonight at the Zoom ID in your Let's Go BR and Go COE group chat to know more about the business. So thank you again, everyone, for joining in, and good night.
Bye. Thank you, Bayan.
Bye.
Shall we have a group photo before everybody goes?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, please.
You, who's clicking it?